Often I get asked,
Clutch, the videos seem pretty minimally edited. Is that on purpose?
and so I thought I'd make a video about it. A quick tidbit about me. I have my BFA in filmmaking because I went to film school for filmmaking. I do anything artsy. I love movies and I've always wanted to make them. The goal is to turn my published books into movies that are a novel-to-screen adaptation, so people can go into the theater with the book and literally follow along line by line. Then I realized that's going to be a bit tougher than I thought. On the plus side, I still have 3 books published with more in the works. I first began editing back in Windows Movie Maker, where I would make silly videos for YouTube. They've all since been eradicated, so don't bother searching. From Windows Movie Maker, I went to iMovie, as we used it in high school. My teacher pushed me to use Final Cuts and told me to stop taking the easy way out. I heard that a lot throughout high school. I guess I thought if the end result is the same, why does it matter what path I take? Unfortunately, that complacency became part of my videos, as I thought the quick and seamless was better than polished. I mean, could you blame me? The videos were well received, but I remember back to 5th grade when I first began editing and I said, if people think my movies are good with Windows Movie Maker, imagine if I had better software. Enter Adobe Premiere Pro. I've become proficient at this program. So proficient in fact, this program often crashes. I digress. Let's get into it. Starting off, I have to come up with an idea. If the idea doesn't just hit me, I don't do it. As dumb as that sounds, it's true. If I have to think on an idea for too long, then the process won't be enjoyable. I want to make videos I actually enjoy watching because, as I've always said, if I don't enjoy watching my videos, no one else will. Once I have the idea, I work in the script. Now, some of this footage was shot at the end of 2025 when I originally had the idea to make this video. So if you see some weird looking footage, apologies in advance. Some might be done with my phone, some might be done with my R6 Mark II. Who knows? The reason I don't know is I write the script first. Now as I'm writing, I'm already editing in my head how I want this to play out. This is before I add any tags to my scripts. And by tags, I just mean these things here. After I finish the script, I write down everything I'll need for B-roll. I do this usually with a sticky note, as is portable. Sometimes my B-roll is shot at my second desk, and other times it's at my shelves. After all is said and done, I take the footage off my SD card and transfer it to my Mac Mini M4, or whatever that thing's called. This is my editing machine, and really the only scenario I like Apple, but that's a different story. By this point, I usually have a folder made for the project. I'll transfer stuff to its designated folder, then import it into Premiere. This is where the fun begins. Editing is my passion. While I previously stated I do anything artsy, it's true, I do. But editing, I absolutely love it. When I'm editing, my whole world shuts off. No debt, no student loans, no issues. I'm at peace and find solace editing. The creative process as a whole is super fun, as I love seeing something go from ideation to completion. Since the primary focus of this video is how I make my videos, let's get into the part that brings it home. Recently, I took the initiative to up my production game and stop being lazy. Like my honors English teacher back in 10th grade said in my final journal entry, I should be blowing doors down with my talents, but I somehow always manage to take the easy way out. Like I said, this is something I kept hearing. It's nice when you have people who believe in you and your talents, and I hope I'm making them proud. I began using my R6 Mark II for my camera instead of recording myself via OBS and dealing with downscaling and bitrate issues. From there, I decided to enhance my audio too. I began using my Tascam DR40 and a sampling rate of 48,000 kHz. Usually 44 kHz is industry standard, but this was back during my university studies when I learned this, and things have evolved a bit. I use a clapboard to make sure I get a sync. Like I said, we don't really need a clapboard, but we're gonna use it anyway. So here we go. BTS, how I make my videos. Mark. Right in my ear every time I do that. You think I went to film school? Even though I technically don't have to, since I have my Tascam set up to make it beep at the start of its recording. It's rolling, and I have my Tascam plugged into my R6 Mark II so it'll hear it. I make sure everything is lining up properly, then I'm off to the races. Once I start editing, I really don't stop. It's an issue. I see a project needs to be edited and I just want to get it done. You see, I don't experience burnout when it comes to editing. I love it that much. Why, I remember back in uni, I was editing my senior thesis as well as projects for others, since I was part of the filmmaking club. This work ethic translated into the real world where I had my big boy job as a video producer and was still doing editing contracts on the side. I need to be better about taking breaks, standing up, and walking away. I'm on my own schedule, and while I might have videos due, it's really my own time of when I want to upload them. That being said, I do like sticking to a schedule. For example, I'm currently uploading 3 Zelda Tears of the Kingdom first playthrough episodes, then 1 normal video where I talk about something else, like the BTS of how I make my videos. Because editing a video of me editing a video while making a video of editing is always going to be trippy to me. That being said, if something is really ever super bad, I'll just re-record. Super bad. You're doing overlay now. That being said, if something is ever really super bad, I will just re-record it in Premiere using a VO or voiceover. As you can see, despite having a script, I am typing away so I can yap away. I absolutely love this stuff and can go on and on about it, but that's not the point of this video. But in a way, it is. It's all about flow for me. Before I even export my video to be uploaded to YouTube, I watch it. A lot. Flow and pacing is very important to me, and it's the reason why my longer videos don't feel so long. It just flows naturally. Also, if I don't enjoy watching my own videos, no one else will. Sound familiar? But it's true. All this being said, this is really how I make my videos. Come up with an idea, write the scripts, film the video, edit the video, then upload the video. While that's being uploaded, I'm working on a thumbnail. For me, it's all about payoff. Clickbait is easy, but not rewarding. I want people to click on my video and stay in my video, watching it fully. My Nintendo 64 video, I guess, upset some people, but I'm not responsible for the assumptions people make when looking at my title or thumbnail. I purposely word them the way I do so they'll pique curiosity and interest. Looking at my thumbnail, you might think I'm going to list the reasons that N64 sucks. And if you clicked on it, if I can find any reasons, I'll let you know. Well, the video does have the payoff. I don't list any because to me, there aren't any. But when people have those obviously fake thumbnails that generate millions of views, how annoying is it you have to click on a video with interest only to be baited? That'd be like if for this video I titled it, "What Am I Even Doing?" and had the thumbnail be this timeline. And look, it's true. In this video, I do talk about what am I even doing. Anyway, I appreciate everyone who watched this video. Even more so if you stuck around to the very end. Be sure to check me out on Twitch where I live stream games, and I'm currently doing my first playthrough of The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Also check me out on TikTok where I post the most random videos that I think are funny. And hey, while you're on my YouTube channel, be sure to check out my other vids. I'm currently editing my 4-hour VODs into digestible 1-hour high-impact gameplay videos for my TOTK first playthrough, as well as making highlights for YouTube Shorts. Other than that, I appreciate everyone who watched this video, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.